Hi, and welcome to your first full fashion flat sketch session. We are going to practice with the basic tee, and I'm a firm believer in learning by exploring. So let's go ahead and look at some files and see how we would like them to eventually turn out. When you open up this basic tee file in 402, ignore the error message, and we're gonna go back to our basic tee in 03, but right now we're just exploring, so excuse my little jump in exercise files, but your AI file will be in 402, and there will be another file we're gonna open up just to explore and take apart, and that's in 501, called the worst basic tee ever. Once again, here, ignore that error message, and all we want to do is kind of take it apart and see what the end result is. Now, this t-shirt here, if I click on it with my selection tool, and some of you might have noticed already when you double click on an item that's grouped, or even on one item, you kind of gray out some other components, and this is your isolation mode. However, right now what I'm trying to do is show you that if I ungroup this, how these components are all closed objects. So here you can see that the sleeve is drawn all the way around. So when there's two pattern pieces, as in fashion design, where you sew them together, a meeting, there's two lines. And let's compare this to the worst basic tee ever, where if I pull this apart, it's open. And in the past, and that's before CS3, we didn't really have a way to color it all the way in. So if I put a color in here until the underarm versus over here, you can see how the color reaches the underarm. And the same thing goes if I, for example, put the color right here inside of the pretend binding. There's some methods now that we can start off with a sketch that looks like the worst basic tee, and then build on that and close it and expand it and make it into these nice components. In the end, we need it to look like this. It has something to do with wanting the ability to put in fabrics later on, to put in different fabrics and change the rotation of the fabrics. And then also, as you start growing your libraries, you want to be able to take certain sleeves and components and take them away and just replace them with new components. However, we are going to do two different methods. We're going to do one method that has been around for a long time. That's for people that still are on very old illustrators such as CS2 and before, and then we're gonna do the new method, which might inspire you to upgrade. Alright, so go ahead, and if you feel like it, just kind of ungroup these and kind of see how it feels when you take these pieces apart. Go to the worst basic tee ever and just know that, yeah, you will find a way to work around this, but this is not what we ultimately want to be left with. Okay? Alright, so you can close these and say don't save or no. And then we're ready to begin.